count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what point to guard.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Check safety.
General West. Speed grip.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down, New England.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking to throw. Herbert. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Brought me to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things could be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, he's going to take it into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
It's a gain of 35. He's on pace right now for about a 400-yard game. I mean, this first quarter, it's been impressive to watch.
I like the way you do math. I like the way you calculate, and he loves those numbers you're spouting. He's going to try and get there with his legs, but not only is he locked in running it, obviously his teammates are locked in and blocking as well.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Back to throw. Herbert, that's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Ready, ready.
Watch Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 24.
Protein spill. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Austin Safarian-Jenkins there to make the grab. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got a guard against. Being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Ravens, nothing.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Bang it. Kick. 6-6. Pull it high. Shoot.
They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Set. 18 Gators.
To throw on third down. Herbert. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
And a Patriot first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I'm on.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Herbert looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there for New England. 59 yards.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
On the ready.
After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18.
Bang, bang. 80 weapons. Bang, bang. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Quick the edge.
Come. 6 guys. Get it.
They'll try to run it in. Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 68 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up second and 9 at the 13-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Everybody go.
Second and 9 now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll set up a throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Brings up fourth down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
You better talk to your boy. I'm going to protect you.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
It's been a long day for you.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gonna throw deep for the... Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 50.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to go down again. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On the ground, this is Michel. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and that'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Hey, check one. Watch it, five. Hey. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
That's it.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I'm here all day. Over. 55's my guy, 55. Come on, boy.
Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
1st down, Patriots.
Check 55, Mike. Yo.
Now Michelle. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
48-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Herbert looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
To Michelle on the screen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Looking to throw. Herbert, catch is made by Harry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
On the double. Bravo. Hey, Jet. Get.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce him, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. That's Black. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 21 yards away. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Coming this way, here we go. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. To the right side, and he's got more complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 50 to go.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Go,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Hey, go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
7 yards to go.
New England on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Moore on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And a very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Ready? Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Herbert, he's going to launch this. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dante Pettis. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Mike 55, Mike 50. Go. Eat. Watch the run. 50 foot small, 55. Check the outs.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Hey, watch the slant.
2nd and long. Got a man. It's Brown. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
I got you. You're all mine.
He'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. On the ground is Michelle. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Check.
On the ground, Michelle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.